Is Halo Infinite's multiplayer worth playing? Halo Infinite multiplayer came out of nowhere, releasing almost one whole month before the official release date to celebrate the anniversary of Halo, which is cool apart from the fact that it kind of ruined my whole Halo series plan, but we moved. So was the early release of the multiplayer section of Halo Infinite a smart decision, or has it launched in a mediocre state? Overall, from what I've seen, genuinely Halo Infinite's multiplayer has been received well. A lot of people love this game and I can totally see why, and I do actually enjoy the gameplay myself. However, everything surrounding the gameplay is all over the place in terms of quality and purpose. This is my Halo Infinite multiplayer review. Please let me know your thoughts on the multiplayer down below so we can get multiple perspectives out there. Also, we are 100 subscribers away from 5,000 and I am planning a cool little giveaway for when we hit it, so thank you all for the support over the last year. When I booted up Halo Infinite for the first time and that music started to swirl as the visuals took over my monitor and I pressed enter, I got chills. Halo to me, despite only playing the Master Chief Collection over the last few years, is quickly becoming my favourite FPS franchise due to the heart, and that often slips into the multiplayer, and I can tell a lot of heart has been put into this multiplayer. Loading into my first match and being slaughtered by the players was just simply awesome. Picking up my first Infinite Needler or getting that first headshot with my trusty pistol is exhilarating. New maps, new sounds, new gadgets, new physics, everything feels new, and I fell in love after my first match. But like all relationships, there is going to be ups and downs, and trust me, we're going to get to the downs very soon. Halo Infinite feels like Halo, and that might sound ridiculous to some, but to those who've played Halo 5, they know exactly what I mean. The gunplay feels like Halo, it sounds like Halo, it feels like Halo, and that alone would sell a lot of people on this multiplayer. But let me get out of this tunnel vision I'm currently in and just tell you it's straight. Halo Infinite is not great, it's just good. Hear me out. Gunplay is fantastic, the pistol is sexy, and the assault rifle feels meaty. Recoil is strong and the weapon variety is pretty great, although it's not quite as varied as some of the other Halos, but we'll get to that. This is the classic Halo gameplay loop. Shoot, grenade, shoot, melee, along with all the other combinations on new maps that are pretty well designed. However, they are already getting quite tiresome after 30 hours of gameplay. There are 10 maps in total, 3 of which are specifically designed for big team battle, and all of them are designed pretty damn well and are super satisfying to traverse around when you mix it up with the grapple shot or boost along with the various vehicles. The grapple shot is the most obvious traversal change, but it is just a gadget, but it is so damn fun. Grappling and hitting a headshot with a sniper. Halo Infinite feels balanced, and the gameplay loop is an insanely strong foundation for a game that could potentially last years, but well, as I said, it's not quite at that great level yet. Like I said, the gameplay is terrific, and honestly I can't find many faults with it apart from 2 major ones that I'll mention in just a few minutes. But seriously, there is a serious lack of game modes here. Right now, there is big team battle with 3 game modes, so you've got your Slayer, etc. Then you have the arena maps, which have Slayer, Capture the Flag, Strongholds, and Oddball. That's it. That's all I've played for the past 30 hours, and it really is starting to show how much content is actually missing from Halo Infinite's launch. No Team SWAT? A Halo game with no Team SWAT? Are you mad? The game that copied you, called Splitgate, which is also free to play, launched with Team SWAT. Get with it. They have added Team Fiesta for a timed event? What? Why in the hell is Team Fiesta a timed game mode? That is just ridiculous. I'm really worried about players like yourselves potentially putting in hundreds of hours into a game that just isn't going to get the support it needs. And before anyone mentions the Battle Pass, the Battle Pass we have right now has barely any cool customization options and is there till May. November till May. That's half a year of the same pass. If 343 won't even release new passes every few months, I have absolutely no confidence in them bringing new game modes, new maps, as well as the theater mode, and focusing on co-op for the campaign in a timely manner. It just doesn't seem realistic. And I know this first Battle Pass has been extended by quite a few months for the beta, but why were you releasing the multiplayer if it's not finished? I've gotten to the point where I just leave Oddball games because it's just played so often when all I really want to do at 2 AM is relax and play a casual game of Slayer. But I can't because you have to play through specific playlists, 3 to be exact. Ranked, Big Team Battle, and Casual. That's your lot. Oh, and ranked has oddball, so I've pretty much given up playing that because I don't want to ruin anyone's ranked experience because I've been forced to play oddball for the 300th fucking time. But before I go more in depth about the Battle Pass progression systems and just microtransactions in general, let's talk about those two major flaws in the gameplay. Now, let me make this clear, this is just my opinion and you should watch other reviews other than mine, but I think that controller aim assist right now is way too overpowered at the moment. Like, it's really strong, and I know I'm going to get a comment saying Halo's meant to be played on controller, and I don't necessarily disagree with you, but the option for mouse and keyboard is there, and it's really hard to take on controller enemies when the aim assist is as strong as it currently is. It is quite hilarious how ridiculous it is. You can literally not touch your controller and it will follow the enemy. To be fair, eventually it will lose track of them, but when you're not even holding the controller and the aim is doing it for you, like you're a bot, then it's clearly slightly, just slightly guys, just slightly overpowered. And the second issue, and this is purely PC focused unless you can use keyboard on Xbox, but I seem to be getting some pretty bad input lag on PC. And I come from games like CSGO and Valorant, so I noticed it almost immediately. But I couldn't put my finger on what it actually was till I did a quick Google search, because I just thought to myself, no way this is input lag, right? I've spent 250 quid on a monitor that does 144 Hz with a decent mouse and a decent keyboard, and I'm getting input lag? What is this? What is this? But it turns out a lot of people are having the same issue, and it seems to be something to do with some sort of issue with DX12 or some weird aim assist on the mouse. I think I can't confirm that, but it really is annoying, especially when you're trying to hit the sniper shots. But it also seems to be really inconsistent of when it actually happens, because sometimes I boot the game up and the game feels absolutely smooth. It feels great, even on a 1070, barely hitting 60 FPS sometimes. It feels great, but then other times I come on and it takes like half a second to really match up with my movement. And when you're playing on mouse and keyboard, guys, I don't know if you control the players, input lag is really bad. Like, it's not as bad on controller because obviously it's a lot more clunkier, but when you're using a mouse, it's so much more obvious when your movements isn't responding anywhere near as quick as it usually would. Obviously, I'm a PC player, so I may be biased about the aim assist, but from what I have seen and faced in game, it really does feel absurd to me. But once again, that's just me. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Both of these issues can be patched out, but they go hand in hand. Not only does controller have really good aim assist, but mouse and keyboard also has input lag, at least for me, and for some others that is something to be aware of. So the more positive side of this, those two major issues are patchable and aren't really to do with the foundation of the gameplay. I truly think Halo Infinite is shaping up to be a game that could last years from a competitive and casual standpoint if Halo Infinite receives the support it needs and these issues get sorted out. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button and maybe even check out and stick around for more content. Thank you. Let's talk about the Battle Pass. It sucks. Even with the new update to earn 50 XP every time you play a game, it sucks. The progression is a joke and the things in this pass really aren't worth unlocking. There's like 3 chest pieces in the pass, and the only thing really worth getting is the Halo Reach armors for Cat or George, etc. And they are all at the end of the pass, starting at like pass level 70, I think. I think there's one skin that's much earlier than that, but it's past level 70. You're over halfway done with the pass before you actually unlock anything. So I can rant all day, but let me put it this way. Without even moaning about the cosmetics of what you actually earn, I've had 30 hours of gameplay time in Halo Infinite since its release. Technically it's 34 hours, but I took 4 hours off for potential AFK time. And I'm only Battle Pass rank 16.
That's a lot of damage!
16 levels in 30 hours of gameplay. That is atrocious, and to be perfectly honest with you, feels intentional to get you in the store as it's a free-to-play game, and it works. I got to level 13 or whatever it was and just said screw it, and went and bought a skin from the store because I just wanted something that looks different, although I do regret buying the phase version. I hate phase. It's just red. Why do I spent 8 quid on red? I'm an idiot.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But this is the point. I love this game. I love how it plays. Halo Infinite is so different from every other FPS game out there. And if you've been watching the channel, you'll know I'm tired of the formulas these genres stick to, so it brings so much pain to say right now, Halo Infinite multiplayer is just unfinished, and honestly feels like a GoFundMe. There's a serious lack of game modes, and the longevity of the game is going to be affected because of it. So the store is a massive talking point here. Halo Infinite is free to play, so I totally understand wanting people in your store, buying the colour red for £8, like I said. I'm an idiot, man. But when it comes to the detriment of the progression system, you really need to consider stripping the store back and adding more content for players to actually unlock, even if it's just in the battle pass. Seriously, the amount of content in the store is an absolute joke, and an insult to anyone who's been waiting 5 to 6 years for their new Halo multiplayer experience. And I can only see it getting worse if the player base dwindles, and Microsoft want to make a little bit more money from it before they kill it. I didn't see a single weapon spray I could unlock, but lo and behold, if you buy the FaZe Clan armor, or the Cloud9 armor, or anything esports related, you get nice weapon skins. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to earn them like you would in the Master Chief collection? Sorry mate, this isn't 2017 anymore. Give me money. Gaming is a pay per dopamine hit these days. I know this video is really contradictory, but let that speak for Halo Infinite. Its whole design is a mix of hypocritical design choices, each choice harming the previous choice. I love this game, and I know I will not stop playing it for a long time. It feels fresh and new, especially with the campaign only a few weeks away. But I really can't believe how much praise Halo is getting when these issues could potentially shorten Halo Infinite's lifespan significantly. A multiplayer game with awful progression will be dropped by a lot of people, so I really hope they sort this out rather than opting for the "here, come buy a booster" or skins route that could be tragic for the longevity of Halo Infinite. Basically, I really can't give you an answer on whether it's worth playing right now. It's one of those experiences you have to play yourself due to how unique the Halo gameplay is and how much you actually care about progression or lack thereof. I personally love it and can handle the poor progression at the moment, but I can't speak for 3 months down the line. Some people will hate Halo Infinite, and some will lick its arse like it's the last steak they will ever eat. Thank you for watching.